Boeing accepts plea deal to avoid criminal trial over crashes of its 737 MAX 8 jets overseas in 2018 and 2019.
This is Dr. David Shine, and welcome to Business Law 101.
The crashes cost 346 lives. Then in January 2024, a serious incident as a door blew off a 737 Alaska Airlines jet. Fortunately, nobody was killed. I recall a time when there were three major manufacturers of big passenger jets. Now Boeing is it in the US with its main competition, Airbus in Europe. Many opine that Boeing is part of the national security for the US since it produces things for the military as well. Boeing will plead guilty to the criminal charge of defrauding the US government in a deal with the US Department of Justice. Boeing had made a 3-year deal for deferred prosecution in 2021. However, with the January incident, Boeing was not in a position to keep fighting. Quoting from an AP article, a federal judge must approve the plea deal before it takes effect. The deal calls for Boeing to pay an additional $243.6 million fine, the same penalty it paid in 2021 as part of the original prosecution agreement. At that time, Boeing paid a total of $2.5 billion to avoid prosecution, and that included $500 million for the families of 737 MAX crash victims. Boeing will also have to invest at least $455 million in safety and compliance programs and undergo 3 years of independent monitoring of its safety and quality control. When safety is such a critical part of making airplanes, the mystery is how things could have reached the current state. Accusations are that Boeing may have compromised safety considerations in multiple areas. Whistleblowers have come forward to support this argument. The path forward for Boeing may not be easy. Plaintiff attorneys for the families of the crash victims do not feel that they have been properly compensated. At question is the Boeing flight control software, called the Maneuvering Characteristics Augmentation System, or MCAS. It is alleged that the MCAS used in these specific models, the two that crashed, relied on only one sensor to determine the angle of the plane when climbing. It is claimed that this caused both planes to stall in midair, leading them to crash. The Alaska Airlines incident is not related to the MCAS, but it is claimed that it was poor production standards or materials. There is likely to be much more to come in this matter involving Boeing. In addition, its first spacecraft to carry people to the International Space Station is still there because it had mechanical issues on the way up. And as of this episode, that spacecraft is still docked at the International Space Station. This is Dr. David D. Shine for Business Law 101. If you've enjoyed this episode, please subscribe on your favorite platform.